Betrayal doesn't come with a warning. It slips through the cracks, seeps into the quiet moments, poisoning everything before you even notice. It started on a fishing trip. Michael, my longtime friend, and I had spent the weekend out on the lake. Fishing was our ritual, a chance to escape, to talk about work, life, anything. As we sat on the boat, watching our lines disappear into the murky water, Michael cracked open a beer. "Hey, Jacob, can I ask you something?" "Sure." He hesitated. "Emma's been ordering a lot of stuff lately. Expensive stuff." I frowned. "What do you mean?" He took a sip. "I see her name on packages at the post office all the time. Not just small things, big deliveries. Designer brands, jewelry. You cool with that?" A cold ripple went through me. I didn't know about it. Michael raised an eyebrow. "Seriously? I figured she used your card." I forced a laugh. "Nah, she's careful with money." That was a lie. I had no idea what she was doing with our finances. I tried to brush it off, but the thought dug into me like a fishhook. I didn't ask her. Not yet. I needed answers first. I hired Ray Dawson the next morning. A no-nonsense private investigator with a reputation for getting results. "Cheating cases," he'd said, lighting a cigarette in his dimly lit office. "They're common. You sure you want to know the truth?" I clenched my jaw. "Find out everything." Within days, Ray delivered. "Your wife's been seeing someone," he said, tossing a folder onto the table between us. "A guy with money. Jason Reynolds. A lawyer. Married." My hands shook as I opened the folder. Photographs. Emma, stepping out of a black Mercedes, laughing. Her body close to his. Her hand on his chest. The kind of touch I hadn't felt in years. I stared at the images, my vision swimming. "She's been meeting him at hotels," Ray continued. "Careful, but not careful enough." I swallowed hard. "How long?" "At least 3 months." I clenched my fists. Emma wasn't just sleeping with another man. She had a second life, and she thought I was too blind to see it. I didn't confront her. Instead, I played the part of the clueless husband. I watched her. I listened. I pieced together the truth in the silence between her words. She started working late more often. She smiled at her phone when she thought I wasn't looking. She wore new perfume. Expensive, floral, unfamiliar. And then there was the lingerie. Black lace, hidden at the bottom of the laundry basket. Still in its packaging. She wasn't wearing it for me. I searched her car next. That's when I found the burner phone. I turned it on. Messages flooded the screen. "Jason, I miss you." "Jason, can you get away this weekend?" "Jason, love you, baby." "Emma, he never even notices when I leave. He's always at his stupid fishing stores." "Jason, he doesn't deserve you." "Emma, I know. I feel stuck." Stuck. That word dug into me. She saw our life, our home, as a cage. A prison she needed to escape. I had seen enough. It was time for her to feel trapped. I met with my lawyer the next day. "I want an apartment and a car," I said. My lawyer nodded. "With proof of infidelity, the court will favor you." Emma wouldn't get anything. But that wasn't enough. She had to lose everything. I made one more call. Her boss. An old friend of mine. I sent him the evidence. Photos, timestamps, proof that Emma had been sneaking off during work hours. By noon, she was fired. She didn't know yet. She was too busy meeting Jason. I followed them that evening. The hotel parking lot was dimly lit, but I saw everything. Jason arrived first, dressed sharp, exuding confidence. Then Emma, her face glowing with excitement. I gripped my camera and took the final proof. They walked inside together. 2 hours later, they walked out, laughing, touching, kissing. I took more pictures. Then I went home. I printed every single one and left them on the dining table. Emma came home late. She tossed her purse onto the counter, humming a song. Relaxed. Happy. Until she saw the pictures. She froze. Her fingers trembled as she flipped through them, her face draining of color. "Jacob. Don't." My voice was cold. She swallowed. "This isn't." "Don't lie." Tears welled in her eyes. "Please, let me explain." I stood. 12 years, Emma. She broke. Sobs racked her body. I was lonely. I needed. You needed someone else? I stepped closer. She nodded, crying harder. I smiled. "You lost your job today." Her breath hitched. "What?" I leaned down, voice low. I made sure of it. Her knees wobbled. "No. No, Jacob, please. You're not getting the apartment. Or the car. Just the old house." She collapsed into the chair, shaking. "I have nothing." I leaned in. "Now you know how it feels." Then I walked away. But I wasn't finished yet. The next morning, I went to the house Emma now had to live in, the one she always hated. I carried a box, 1,000 fishhooks. One by one, I hung them everywhere. From the ceiling, the door frames, the curtains. Tiny, sharp reminders of her betrayal. By the time I was done, the house looked like a nightmare. A prison of sharp edges. Hours later, Emma arrived. She stepped inside and froze. Her mouth opened in horror. Hooks. Hooks everywhere. She turned to me, shaking. Jacob. I smiled. You like it? Tears streamed down her face. I left her there. Alone. Surrounded by everything she destroyed. The divorce was finalized within weeks. Emma was nothing now. No job. No apartment. No man. Jason cut ties with her the second his wife found out. She tried to call me. Begged for another chance. I never answered. And me? I kept running my fishing stores. Kept living my life. But something inside me had died. I won. But I lost everything too. Because betrayal ruins everyone. And revenge? It never fixes what was broken. Thank you for listening to the story to the end. Please like, share your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel.